Hey, what's up, y'all? It's back at it once again. A Coach Give Fun Day. Spitting that knowledge for you and for yours. And this one's something here that needs to be talked about. We kind of discussed it in the church commission. We had it up in there, but this article just straightly dedicated to, what it is. This from Shop Black, and the FBI has forgotten war on Black Owned Bookstores. This is published February 20th, 2018. In the spring of 1968, FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover announced to his agents that the the counterintelligence program established in 1956 to combat communists, should focus on preventing the rise of a black messiah who sought to unify and electrify the militant black nationalist movement. The program, Hoover insisted, should target figures as ideologically diverse as the Black Power activist Stokely Carmichael, later Kwame True, Martin Luther King Jr., and the Nation of Islam leader Elijah Muhammad. Just a few months later, in October 1968, Hoover penned another memo warning of the urgent menace of growing Black Power movement. But this time, the director focused on the unlikeliest of public enemies, black independent bookstores. In the one-page directive, Hoover noted with alarm a recent increase in the establishment of black extremist bookstores, which represents propaganda outlets for revolutionary and hate publications of cultural centers for extremists. As you see right here in the letter, we're going to read a little bit into the letter. Director FBI, Black Nationalist Movement in the United States. The Bureau has noted an increase in the establishment of black extremist bookstores, which represents propaganda outlets for revolutionary and hate publications and cultural centers for extremists. Each office should locate and identify black extreme or African-type bookstores in its territory and open separate, discrete investigations on each to determine if it is extremist in nature. Advice under this caption, 11-868, an investigation instituted in accordance with these instructions. The investigation determined the identities of the owners and whether it's a front for any group or foreign interest, whether individuals affiliated with the store engage in extremist activities, the number, the type, the source of books and materials on sale, the store's financial condition, its clientele, and whether it is used as a headquarters or a meeting place. Submit results as individual captions in a form suitable for dissemination along with recommendation on whether additional investigation warranted. And that's it right there. The director ordered that each bureau office locate and identify black extremists or African-type bookstores in its territories and open separate discrete investigations on each to determine if it's an extremist in nature. Each investigation was to determine the identities of the owner, whether it's a front group for any group of foreign interest, whether individuals affiliated with the store engage in extremist activities, the number, the type, and the source of books and materials for sale, the store's financial condition, its clientele, and whether it was used as a headquarters or a meeting place. Perhaps most disturbing, Hoover wanted the Bureau to convince African American citizens, presumably with pay or through extortion, to spy on these stores as posing as sympathetic customers or activists. Investigations should be instituted on the new stores, whether open, and you should recognize the excellent target these stores represent for penetration by racial sources, he ordered. Hoover, in short, expected agents to adopt the ruthless tactics of espionage and falsification they develop against civil rights and black power activists, and now use them against black-owned bookstores. Hoover's memo offering a troubling glimpse into a forgotten dimension of Cointelpro, one that escaped notice for decades. The F.B.I. war on black-owned bookstores. In addition to Hoover's memo, I uncovered documents detailing the Bureau's surveillance of the bookstore in at least a half a dozen cities across the U.S. And conducting research for my book, From Head Shops to Whole Foods, The Rise and Fall of Activist Entrepreneurs. At the height of the Black Power movement, the FBI conducted investigations into such black bookstores such as Louis Monarch's and Anna Moss in New York City, Paul Coates in Baltimore, the father of the Atlantic National correspondent Tanishi Coates, Dura Hakim and Bill Crawford in Philadelphia, Alfred and Bernice Legion in Los Angeles, and the owner of the Sandista bookstore in Denver. And this list is almost certainly far from complete, because most FBI documents pertaining to the current living booksellers aren't available to research through the Freedom of Information Act. So, if it's still not available to research, it's still going on today. So they still watching bookstores, and they told us about this in the church commission. How they would watch bookstores, you know what I'm saying? It's called Operation Ghetto Blaster, Operation Ghetto Informant. I'm sorry, that's what it's called, Operation Ghetto Informant. So where they would send the black people in there, you know what I'm saying, who's the informants and stuff like that, to try to spot out the leadership and spot who and what was what. They also do this at barbershops, hair salons, black hair salons, and places like that, where black people will meet and congregate and talk among ourselves. If you ever notice, we can't have a manifestation really among ourselves because it's a threat to the white power establishment about what are these Negroes thinking about, what are these Negroes doing. You feel me? So we got to take that in mind. You know, that's why we don't have like bookstores in the black neighborhood, and they did what they can to set them up. They also did this to black businesses too, so we got to speak on that and make sure that people know that another reason why they would destroy black businesses because the same reason they thought it was promoting revolutionary stuff. You know, which is building your own economic base is revolutionary because it takes the black community from being a colony, an eternal colony where all the resources going out and you bringing resources back in. You know, a lot of this stuff we're going through is not by happenstance. You know, it's been pot out methodically to do things like that. Anyway, this is a Coast Kid Fun Day. Hey, you know, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thank my ancestors for making it happen. Hey, subscribe to the channel most definitely. Show your boy some love, cause you know all we do is Black history is all we do, and I got a whole bunch of these, baby. Much love to you. Peace.